Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the Sky Bet Show as we look forward to a big Saturday night of boxing. The main event in Vegas, Ricky the Hitman Hatton up against Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao. Before that though, plenty of warm-up action happening on the undercard in Sunderland. Joining me on the line to preview it as ever, the man with all the odds is Sky Bet's Dale Tempest. Dale, a lot of boxing action. You refreshed, you excited about this for a change, a chance to make money in another sport, maybe away from football?
Anytime Ricky Hatton's in the ring, I take notice. It's a fantastic fighting prospect. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, I can't wait. It certainly is a massive night of boxing live on Sky Box Office. It all starts at 10 p.m. live from Sunderland with a great undercard, a whole host of titles on the line, including the British heavyweight title as Danny Williams and John McDermott clash again. The Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title's up for grabs as Rendell Munro takes on Isaac Nettie. And we'll see the second pro bout of sensational Olympic bronze medalist Tony Jeffries. A lot of people interested in that. Perhaps, though, the most interesting bout before the Vegas showdown is Jamie Moore defending his European light middleweight title that he won only 2 months ago against Roman Duzman. Moore looked really impressive when he captured that belt, Dale, flooring Michel Picarillo in the third round. Do you see a repeat of that, or will it be a little tougher this time?
Well, I think the odds actually tell us what's expected. 1 to 50 more. The draw 33, Duzman 10 to 1. Oh, no. So, yeah, the answer to your question is definitely. Everybody expects another thrashing. If you look into that third round, 8 to 1 is the price on a third round knockout. We're obviously the strong favourites all the way through. More in round 1 at 10s, round 2 at 10s, round 3 at 8s. And then you've got 7 to 1 for 4, 5, 6 and 7. So, you know, it really is fully expected that it's more knockout. Won't probably take it past 6 or 7 rounds. Anything for Duzman, you're looking at 100 to 1 plus for any knockouts for him in any of the rounds. So, yeah, it should be what's expected and a more win, but you're not going to get rich at 1 to 50.
No, certainly not that appetising, but one that is certainly. Let's talk about the main event. Let's cross the pond. It's to the biggest fight of the year. Ricky the Hitman Hatton taking on Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao for Hatton's IBO light welterweight title. The verbal sparring there has been well underway. Has been for a month or so. Both fighters extremely confident, or so they say they'll come out on top. But what are your thoughts?
It's a funny one, this one, because I was chatting with our guys the other day, our odds compilers. We've got Ricky Hatton at 6 to 4, the draw 25 to 1, Pacquiao 1 to 2. Now, before Pacquiao's destruction of Oscar de la Hoya, we actually were pricing up this fight already, and our guys had Hatton as 4 to 6 favourite. Now that's actually completely turned around because Pacquiao was so impressive against de la Hoya. De la Hoya, I've been listening to his interviews today. He was saying he wasn't fully fit, he wasn't really tuned up as he should have been, so maybe we're giving Pacquiao too much credit for that performance there. It certainly is fascinating. I mean, it really is a very, very close bout. You've got Ricky Hatton, light welterweight. That's his favourite weight. That's the weight where he's really had his most success. Remember when he got beaten by Mayweather, the first time he's ever been beaten, that was at welterweight, so a few pounds difference. He's much happier at this light welterweight, where, of course, he's the one probably in the advantage, shall we say, in terms of the area of weight he's carrying. Pacquiao, supposedly the best pound-for-pound fighter anywhere in the world. Super featherweight's probably where he's most favoured, but he's having to come up to Hatton's weight. So we'll see. It's fascinating. For me, I'm probably just with Pacquiao, but it is very close to call. Just
with Pacquiao. Not going the patriotic avenue, but I know there's a lot of people behind the Filipino. For that reason, Dale, is it because you're slightly concerned about the fights that Hatton's had of late? The Juan Lazcano, that was his first fight after losing to Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, he said he was suffering from flu. It wasn't impressive. He was better against Paulie Malignaggi in November last year. But do you fear for Hatton when he stacked that up against Pacquiao's last 2 fights, of course against David Diaz, and then the legend who is Oscar de la Hoya, which you were talking about just a moment ago?
Well, I agree totally with what you're saying, because I think the last Kano, everybody looked at that and thought, no, I think Ricky's, he's had his day. Was hugely impressive against Malignaggi, but, Malignaggi was never really a threat. He's never a boxer who was going to put him down, and we know how tough Hatton is. He's absolutely built of granite, and, it takes somebody probably with Pacquiao's strength. The interesting thing, you've got 2 aggressive fighters. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this, going the distance. I think these 2 guys, neither of them will take a backward step. Pacquiao's obviously got the ability to destroy people, 36 KOs in 48 bouts. That's an impressive record. but let's not give up on Hatton. As bookmakers, we know our worst result will be if Ricky Hatton wins, because everybody will be backing them, particularly at the 6-4 price. All the people who are supposedly the experts, they'll all be on Pacquiao at the 1-2. But I think this won't go past 6 or 7 rounds, and I'm just hopeful that it's one of those heart overhead that Ricky can just have enough about him to knock Pacquiao out that weight advantage. But if you asked me to put my hard-earned money on it, then I'd probably go with Pacquiao probably in round 5, 6 or 7.
Probably 5, 6 or 7. So you can't see a first-round finish or anything, Dale? You think there'll be a bit more tentative? Because I know people are talking about an explosive fight right from the start.
I think Hatton, if you listen to all the interviews at the weigh-in and everything, Hatton said he's learned his lesson. He said that's how he tried to approach it with Mayweather. He was trying to get things done too quickly. And I think because of that, he was much more patient against Malignaggi. It was a much more impressive performance. And I think because of that, you have to think that that'll be his mindset. That'll be his tactics going into the early rounds. Yes, he'll be aggressive. He'll really try and pester and fluster Pacquiao. But he won't be looking to finish it off early unless he gets an inkling that he's hurt him, and then he'll go in. But I think he knows that over the time, he probably feels confident he can take it to 12 rounds, keep going, and maybe even beat him on points. He'll be determined to win this one. For me, Hatton, it's like betting against sort of the English cricket team or the English rugby team as an Englishman. You just can't do it, can you? It's like Ricky. It's like betting against the Queen Mother. He is one of the favourite sportsmen in this country, and so anybody who backs against Hatton, you really are a cold, clinical punter. But I think, as a lot of people, if you're going to put hard-earned on it, I think they just favour Pacquiao.
Yeah, they're favouring. It's interesting to see how Hatton approached it, as you say, because he may well have a bit more caution than he did against Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's going to be an intoxicating fight indeed. Can't wait for it. You can see Hatton against Pacquiao live this Saturday night on Sky Box Office and also in HD. Coverage starts at 10 p.m. See channel 743 or call 08442 410 888 for more details. OK, Dale, moving on, it's time for your charity bet. Every week, Dale will be picking out one bet he thinks you ought to be jumping on. A Sky Bet will be putting £25 of their hard-earned cash on the line. All the winnings going to charity at Sky Bet's choice at the end of the season. Dale, you've been in good form. What are you going for this time around?
Well, we've got £25 to spend, so I'm going to cheat a bit this week. We're going for the boxing. We're going for the Hatton-Pacquiao fight. But because we've got £25 to spend, and it's always tough picking a round, I don't think it'll go the distance. So I'm going to have a fiver, 5 fivers on round 5 at 20s, round 6 at 16s, round 7 at 16s, round 8 at 16s, and round 9 at 16s. Now, it's a lot of bets, but with a fiver on each, we might just hit lucky, and it might be that round 5, and we'll end up with a £100 profit. So I thought that's a nice way to go into it, rather than just going for sort of 5-4 Pacquiao to win it in the distance.
Dale, I like it. It's a crafty approach, it's a thoughtful approach, and that's what we've come to expect you on this show. Top draw as ever, and we'll speak to you again very soon for more top tips.
You will do. Take care, Ed.
Cheers, Dale. Take care. Remember, if you fancy a flutter, don't forget to check out skybet.com for all the best odds and a whole range of sports, including what we've been talking about today. You can also check out our audio betting bulletin. It's updated twice daily on the Sky Bet website. Go to the Sky Bet website, then click on football, then selected links, and then betting show. Well, that is it for this bumper boxing show. Be sure to enjoy all the action, the build-up in Sunderland and the main event in Vegas. Hatton against Pacquiao. We'll be back soon with more top tips. In the meantime, bye for now.